you guys, Kimberly and Jack, are the younger twins at the ripe age of 10, right? And what grade are you guys in? Fourth grade. That's crazy. And wait, Kimberly, you brought something over to the couch that I really want to show. So what happened the other day? You found the magazine that Mom was on in the grocery store?
We were getting ready to pay, and I just looked over, and I saw a magazine with Mom in it.
Is it funny to see us all in a random magazine like that? Well, so you guys know that Mom has been in magazines, and she was on that People magazine cover, right?
Yes.
So did she ask you before she did that to let you know what was going on?
Yes.
What'd she say?
She said, I have been asked to be on the front of a magazine, and I want to ask you before I do it, should I do it with a wig on or a wig off? And we said you should go with the wig off because you will be setting a big example in front of all the people who have breast cancer, so they have the courage to go to their doctor and get checked.
It's so true. And you guys were at camp, right, over the summer, and then you came home, and that's when the People magazine cover was. So when you came home, was it kind of weird to see Mom without any hair?
A little, but we got used to it.
Yeah?
Pretty quickly.
And Kimberly, when you were at camp over the summer, did you talk to any of your friends about what was going on?
Not really, because I was worried about it, and I didn't want any of my friends to be kind of annoying and oh my gosh, you okay?
Like asking you a lot of questions that you didn't know how to answer. Well, let's even back up further. So before the summer was when Mom found out. She went to the doctor, and she found out that she was diagnosed, and she was so nervous to tell you guys because she knew that she was going to be okay, right? You know, she was going to go through treatment, and she was going to be okay, but she obviously was going to tell you before you guys went away from camp. So what was that like when she sat you down and told you, and where were you guys?
We were at the main house, and we were in the living room sitting down when she told us.
Mm-hmm. And what'd she say? Do you remember it all? Yeah?
She says, I don't want you guys to be scared or upset because, and then Dad was he was looking at all of us and he said, your mom has breast cancer, and we all surprised because we didn't know what to do. And Dad was like, don't worry, she'll be okay. We're going to go do treatment and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Did you talk to each other at all after? Were you scared, or did you kind of say, all right, it is what it is, and we're going to go through it as a family? How'd you feel?
In the beginning, I felt pretty frightened, and I was like, is Mom going to be okay? But then Dad told us everything's going to be fine, and it's going to take it'll take some while for Mom to recover. And after I heard that, I kind of calmed down, and I realized everything's going to be all right.
So do you remember there were obviously days when Mom just didn't feel well at all? She went through a lot. She had chemo, and she had surgery. She got that blood transfusion where we had to sit at the hospital all day. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And what was that like?
It was pretty scary that she had to go through all of that, but after that all happened, she felt way better, and that's what made me happier.
Mm-hmm. Kim, do you remember any of that?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking, is she going to be okay? And I hope that she'll get better soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there can be a couple of those days where you feel really, really crummy. But as you said, Jack, you kind of come out on the other end of it, and it's such a relief.
Yes.
So basically, after seeing Mom go through something like this, if you had a friend in school, maybe that was going through something similar, would you look at it differently now? Do you think you have a different perspective now that you've seen it in your own family?
Yes. I think I would see it in a different perspective because I know what it's like now, seeing how Mom has been tired and not feeling so well every once in a while. So I would think as pretty serious, and it's not like a big joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you kind of know that it comes and goes, but everything. Would you say everything ends up? It'll be okay. It totally sucks to go through it, but it'll be okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so basically, Mom is starting a channel, and that's what we're doing right now. You know, this online channel where a lot of other people, mostly women, can come on if they have breast cancer or maybe a family member has it, and they can come on and they can learn information, but they can also see what other people have gone through. So if there were any other 10-year-olds out there that are going through something like this, you know, what advice would you have for their mommies and daddies that can maybe help them? Like, what would you say to their mom and dad if they had a 10-year-old kid?
I would probably say stay strong and you can get through this.
And Kim, what would you say to anyone else going through this right now? Like, based on what you've experienced, you know, we've had a lot of laughs in the house. Is it, you know, make sure you remember to laugh and tell jokes and have fun? I know that Mac said that, you know, he likes to be on the computer all the time, so finding something that can distract you. Is there anything that you think can help make things like this better?
Probably to never give up, because Mom, she like realized that she had cancer, but she's not one of those people who say like, I have cancer, everything's gonna be terrible, I'm gonna die, I'm never gonna survive. She wasn't that person. She like said, okay, I have cancer, but I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I would probably say stay strong and never give up.